What's up, guys? It's your boy Jay. Welcome to Jay's World. So let's talk. You know how we do it. Oh, you know how we do it. So let's get into it. And welcome to another edition of J Topics. In the words of my girl, Lovely T. Honey, child. Shout out to Lovely T. You guys, seriously, I don't know if you've been following this whole thing on the Fox Soul Network with Claudia Jordan, Armon Wiggins, and Reynolds. As you guys know, they have TGI Friday. TGI Friday, that's the name of the show. A show that I actually watch, guys. I've even talked about it right here on JaisWorldtv. I actually watch this show. I like watching TGI Friday with these guys. Usually I'll watch, I'll listen to the show from the night before, and I always listen to it on my drive to work. I'll listen to it on my lunch break, and it makes for great listening on my way home. They cover various topics, okay? They talk about pop culture stuff. They talk about celebrity gossip. Sometimes they even talk about their own personal lives, Nothing major or heavy, but they always talk, it's always about drama and hot topics in everybody's lives in the whole celebrity world, okay? Kind of some of what I do here on JaisWorldtv, but I do that and some other things as well, okay? Well, anyway, I'll just kind of set the premise, okay? Al Reynolds and Armon Wiggins, they are both Geminis, and they both celebrated birthdays, I believe maybe days apart, I'm not sure, something to that effect. And this was a special birthday show. So they took turns roasting each other for their birthday. And you know what? I'll just play the roast that Armon Wiggins had for Al Reynolds, and that'll give you guys sort of an idea as to how this whole drama started.
Your birthday. Now, everyone, I wrote it down. Gather round. It's roast time, okay? Al, you're a man of many talents, some of which include being messy, causing drama, and having a knack for making our workplace feel like a reality TV show. Al's got a unique ability to smile in your face, snap a picture, and go behind your back and talk about you to your coworker that he claims he hates. It's like he's got a PhD in two-faced study, okay? Due to Al's special relationship with management and his hypersensitivity, we are not allowed to talk about his failed marriage. So even though he's brought it up many times, I'll steer clear of that topic to keep my job. Now, but wait, there's more. Al fancies himself as the facts guy, but somehow he never seems to get the actual facts right. And how could I forget Al's clout chasing antics? He's got all these celebrities friends, but the best part, none of these celebrities actually know they're supposed to be friends with him. As if that wasn't enough. Al is currently on a mission to get our talk show canceled. His nasty, childish, slightly jealous attitude is working overtime to torpedo our show. It's like he's auditioning for a soap opera villain role. But despite all the chaos, let's not forget it's your birthday, Al.
Child. Honey. Yeah, that's a mess. That is an absolute mess. Okay. Yeah. That's what got everybody fighting. And when I say fighting, they are legit fighting over this right now. So I decided to kind of go down the line and point out the rights and wrongs of everyone. And I happen to like all three of them. I think the three of them on this show so far has been the best thing and the best look for this show. As you guys well know, or even if you don't know, I'm not a fan of Funky Dineva. I'm glad that he's gone from that show. I felt that his energy was quite toxic. I don't care how talented he is. Funky Dineva was just an asshole, period, point blank. So I'm glad he's gone. But I do feel that these three, or at least I thought, they had a nice chemistry with each other. Did not know that Armon Wiggins felt all of this stuff. So I will start with Armon Wiggins. First of all, I am a fan of Armon Wiggins. I really like Armon. I was very, very happy when I first heard that of the announcement that he had actually won the spot on this show. I personally feel that Armon is just amazing. He's great on camera. He's extremely smart. He's quick-witted. He's very witty, and I tend to agree with a lot of his perspective on a lot of things. So those are the positive things that I have to say about Armon. However, there is a flip side. What I don't like about Armon on this show is the fact that he tends to be sometimes a little vapid, if you will. Not very well versed in many areas, because they not only talk about pop culture stuff, but they do talk about political topics. And you can just tell that Armon is almost like just hilarious. Y'all know just hilarious. I'm sorry, just unhilarious on the Breakfast Club. Whenever there's anything that's other than pop culture stuff, Armon is just lost. He's very vapid. You can tell he didn't do any research, and he knows nothing about that. And to me, if you're going to be on this type of show, in this type of space, you really have to do your homework so you can appeal to all of the viewers that are watching this show all over the various topics. And I just feel that he lacks in that area. Now, as far as the roast is concerned, I feel that a lot of truth was in what Armon said about Al Reynolds. As a matter of fact, not only was it the truth, he didn't tell one lie. And for me, it did not feel like a roast. It just felt like something that he wanted to get off of his chest, and he got it off of his chest. You know, he talked about Star Jones. And y'all know how super duper sensitive Al Reynolds is about Star Jones and that whole mess with his marriage to her back in the day. He talked about how Al doesn't always get the facts straight, and he doesn't. Al stays fucking up stories and just always getting it wrong. Yet he claims and he touts himself as being the facts guy. He really does. What else did he talk about? He talked about Al being two-faced. And now that stuff I did not know about. So apparently he spilled some tea about some stuff that happened, that has been happening with Al behind the scenes. So, I mean, basically in his roast, he just pretty much aired Al out. He aired Al all the way out. And I just found it interesting while he was doing that. Al was, oh, Armon, yes. Oh, Armon. You know what, Armon? I loved every minute of that. I loved every minute of that. Thank you, Armon. Thank you. I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. This was Al Reynolds' response to that roast, or some would call it a reading, But yeah, so those are the pros and cons of Armon Wiggins on that show. I like Armon, but Armon definitely needs to do some research. So let's talk about Claudia. Now, I've been watching all of the different, think pieces and the different bloggers, and everyone has their own opinion about this thing, just like I'm giving my opinion. A lot of people are blaming Claudia. I don't blame. I like Claudia Jordan. I think Claudia Jordan is beautiful. I think she's smart. I think she really loves black people. She loves our culture. She's very pro-black woman. And I feel as a black woman in the industry, Claudia has done a lot to move the needle forward in terms of black women and how black women are now navigating through this whole media thing in 2024. Can y'all believe it is like we're like halfway, the year's like halfway through? But anyway, so I think Claudia Jordan is all those things. Now, on the flip side of that, who knows? You know what? Claudia is human. Maybe there are some things that Claudia does not like about Al, Now, some are alleging that Claudia, put that battery in Armon Wiggins' back. And that's the reason why he gave that roast to Al Reynolds. I don't know. I was not a fly on the wall, so I can't speak to any of that. But that could very well be possible. It could be possible. Now, I will tell you guys this, just literally, was it 2 days ago? I caught, which is very rare for me, I actually caught Claudia Jordan's live. That's why I can literally definitively say on my show that they are fighting, because Claudia addressed a lot of those things live. And something was weird because she was on live for about a good maybe 8 to 10 minutes, and she was spilling some tea, and then all of a sudden the live, it just cut off. Now, I'm not sure if she was in there with a producer or whether maybe somebody, or whether there was a friend or something that was kind of stopping her from beginning to spill more tea. But I know she was like in mid-sentence about to really drop some good stuff, and the live just stopped all of a sudden. So I believe somebody was just kind of looking out for her and stopped it. So y'all, I'm telling you, they are fighting. This is not hearsay. This is not done for publicity. This is all real. There's a lot of infighting going on right now on that show. Okay, let's move to Al Reynolds. Al Reynolds. I like Al as well. I do. I like Al. I like Al for this show. You know, is Al a juggernaut? No, he's not. You know, Al is kind of that safe one. You know, he is the self-proclaimed facts guy that doesn't always get the facts right. You know, I think he's very even-keeled. I think for the most part, Al tries to keep things classy based, if you will. You know, he doesn't like to go too wild and too crazy. I think Al is very smart, and I think he's very well balanced for the most part with his perspective on a lot of the hot topic stuff that they talk about. However, on the flip side, this is what irritates the absolute fuck out of me with Al Reynolds. Al, to me, he can dish it, but he can't take it. I've always had that problem with Al on this show. You know, he's very, very meticulous and very, very careful on how he presents himself. And Al wants to look a certain way. I personally feel he wants to look a certain way on social media. He wants his public perception to be a certain way. And if you think about it, if you go way back with Al Reynolds, Al has always been like that. He's very, very super duper protective about that image of his. And sidebar, Al, and I've said this about you on this show, when that whole thing with Halle Bailey broke out, when you and Funky Dineva, y'all were talking about how she needs to come clean and why is she lying about her pregnancy, and Al Reynolds, you yourself looked into that camera and said she should not be lying to the public as a public figure. You should always come clean. And I remember saying in that video then, and I'll say it now, Al Reynolds, you came to us on the wings of a whole ass lie. There's literally video footage, Al, of you on video, on camera, from way back in the day when you and Star Jones first got married, saying that you are not bisexual, you are a straight man that married a straight woman. It's on video, okay? It's on video with you and Star Jones, your ex-wife, saying that you are a straight man. And then now, all of these years later, come to find out that you're not straight, you're actually bisexual. You know, some will even probably call you gay, but look, that's you can define yourself the way you want to define yourself. But I'm saying, Al, you came to us lying. So I just find it just highly ironic and a bit hypocritical that you are such the facts person and that you are now shaking and pointing your finger at everybody else and telling everybody else to be truthful when you yourself were not truthful. Okay, so that's one of my issues with Al. Okay, another issue with Al that I felt in this whole situation was the fact that, Al, you took your messy ass on over to Funky Dineva's live. You pulled Funky Dineva into this shit because you were so pissed and so mad about Armon Wiggins roasting of you that you went to Funky Dineva on his live, and Funky Dineva, to his credit, was trying to warn you and say, hey, Al, I'm live right now. People gonna hear you, I'm on live. And you said, and I quote, I don't give a fuck. That's what you said after Funky Dineva told you that you were on live. And then you went on to say, you need to go watch the TGI, the replay of TGI, as soon as you get off this live. And then he said, then Funky Dineva again, he said, Al, you're live. Oh, I'm live? Oh, okay. Yeah, friend, go watch that show. He tried to soften it up after he... Listen, I don't know what was going on with Al right now, but I felt that was very messy of you because of the fact that you already know that the relationship between Funky Dineva and Fox Soul is quite contentious right now, okay? You know he hates Claudia Jordan. He has dragged Claudia Jordan from one end of the internet to the other on his own platform. So they don't like each other. So why would you go over there and pull Funky Dineva into this? See, here's my thing with the whole goddamn thing. I think there's a lot of wrong to be distributed out to all three of them. They're all wrong on a particular level. I really do feel that they are all wrong. So, like I said, y'all, it's just a mess, whole mess. So where have you guys been following this stuff? Where are you on this whole Fox Soul drama between Al Reynolds, Claudia Jordan, and Armon Wiggins? Whose side are you on? Or whose team are you on? Are you on anybody's team? It's a mess, y'all. And literally, as I'm speaking right now, when I edit this video and it comes out, there will be more developments of this story, y'all. Y'all, it's just spreading like wildfire. But anyway, that's all I got. That's all I got. Just drama, y'all. But I got my popcorn. And I'm ready. All right, guys, that's it. That's all I got. Please don't forget to rate, comment, and do what? Subscribe. Please subscribe to my channel. And after you subscribe, please don't forget to head on over to Instagram and check me out at JaisWorldtv. That's JaisWorld.tv on Instagram. And I'll holler at you later. Peace.